Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome to another live where we cultivate more love and joy in our lives through self-development, shifting perspectives, selecting our reality, remembering that you are the creator. You select your perspective. You choose whether or not you're holding tension and pain in your body or whether you're relaxed. You have the capability of changing how you're viewing your situation, remembering that you are in this now moment, 1 second old, and you do not have to bring the past. Assume everything's working for you. Assume it's all working right now. Don't assume it's not working. You are perfect. You're beautiful, you're phenomenal, and that's it. I guess we're done here. Now, while I wait for some people to get on, I'm just gonna tune in a little bit. Hi, Jessie, baby. Okay. Everything is so perfect for you, and you don't even know how perfect it is yet, but things are going to unfold and show you just what was happening behind the scenes to orchestrate all this beautiful stuff for you, right? You're literally receiving the delivery of the beauty, of the majesty, of the joy, of the most perfect possible people that could be in your life, of the most perfect possible way it could get to you, right? And you get to be surprised and delighted because you, lucky you, chose a singular perspective, not remembering all the things that happen ever, but simply witnessing moment by moment the reveal. And we love a reveal, don't we? Ooh, I just put my lipstick on. It's getting on my teeth. Hi, Gilga. Hi, Isabella. Hi, Snea. Hi, Conscious. And Crystal. And Bibble Bobble. And Jay. You guys, okay, so if y'all are up on the Rome lore, Rosemary, Rome is a nickname for that. I froze the honeysuckle syrup into ice cubes the other day because, you know, it only lasts for a certain amount of time. It's like any kind of tea thing that you would make as well. But it like has this kind of like soft, squishy consistency in its frozen state. But anyway, I like scooped one out and put it in my coffee this morning, and it's just the most delightful experience. I think that honeysuckle ice cream would be incredible. Can't get enough of season 4. I know. Okay, let me tell you, I've rewatched season 4 probably like 12 times. Unabashed. But like the whole month, because there was a month between the first half of season 4 and the second half of season 2. So I rewatched like 2 episodes a day, essentially every day for almost every single day. Probably out of, let's say, 28 days, probably like 22 of the days I was like just watching a couple of the episodes just again and again. It was just so enjoyable for me. And I think it's because like I love them as a couple. There's not that stress that there was with Anthony and Kate, like, you know, it was more of just like they clearly appreciate each other. So funny. Oh my God. I'm just like And then it's great because when you rewatch it, you notice like subtlety and details. And I can tell you what my favorite lines are is like, for whatever reason, I have that vocal stem of like, whenever Alfie talks, like, sad silk is Sophie. I fucking love that line. It's like so inconsequential to the plot, but I'm just like, anytime he like says some shit, I'm like, yeah, great. Anyway, what you don't like? No, I love Anthony and Kate. I absolutely love them. That's my second favorite season. That was my favorite season until season 4. But I'm just saying, stress-wise, season 4 is less stressful. Season 2, there's a lot of like friction. Benedict and Cinderella. I love that. Don't tell any spoilers. I don't think I told any spoilers. Hi, guys. We're done with Bridgerton chat for now. God, this is so good. The honeysuckle coffee again. thoughts on Etsy witches. Why it looked like dirt water? It's coffee, you fool. It's just like, it's coffee with some almond milk and honeysuckle syrup in it. I mean, I guess all coffee looks like dirt water, right? It's a roasted brown bean. Thoughts on Etsy witches? I don't care. You're selecting your reality, so either you're selecting that it works for you or it doesn't work for you. I personally don't partake because I don't need to. But if you have a belief there that that's going to work for you and you want to do that, that's your fucking playing your own reality kind of thing, right? Play the game how you want it to be. I think it's like everything is consciousness, right? So it's like people who select that it works, people who don't select that it works. It's just you. It's only just me playing games with myself. How's my day so far? It's great. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. It's phenomenal. I've got some packages to return later. And then I'm like, yeah, finishing up the music. If you caught my live last night, I was sharing some of the tracks I've been working on. And I love them. So I'm excited to finish those and get them out and get this EP donezo. Hi, Patrick. No creamer. There's almond milk in here. It's just the thing is, I got this like espresso blend and then I like didn't leave enough room in the cup to put the amount of milk I usually put. So it's a little darker today, but it's fine. It's great. It's delicious. I have no complaints and I'm the one drinking it. And I put a bunch of ice cubes in it. It's really good. Good morning, beautiful beings. I've seen so many different coaches on here and you're actually someone that doesn't try to confuse. I don't think it's people's intent to confuse. I think that people are only ever, consciousness is only ever parroting what it is holding, right? So I like being very direct. You know, like what did we learn in elementary school? The closest distance between 2 points is a straight line. And then if you're really up on it, the closest distance between 2 points is 0 because there is no actual distance. It's just perceived in consciousness. I think for this night. You can manifest anything. You're already married. You're so happy. Wait, so is your name Rosemary or Rome Wild? It's both, babe. It's both. Rosemary is my full first name. Romy is a nickname for that, which I shortened to Rome. And I thought Rome Wild was a fun art name because it's like a pun. And I did Wild like Oscar Wilde at the end because one of my favorite quotes is from The Importance of Being Earnest. Where Algernon is playing the piano and he's like missing a lot of notes and everything. And he says, he's like, I don't play accurately. Anyone can play accurately, but I play with wonderful expression. So I love that so much because it's just like, play with wonderful expression. You don't have to hit every note. You know what I mean? That's the lore. So my art name is Rome Wild. And so when I release music, it's under Rome Wild. Yeah, nom de art. And my first book I put out under like Rome Wild Bedrucky. Bedrucky is my like given last name, just because I had so many like fans and followers for Rome Wild, but I also wanted to like bring my name back in because it's very unique. Bedrucky is a very unique name. Only like less than 30 people in the world have it. So I like wanted that there. And then by the time I released my second book, I wanted to reclaim my name Rosemary because of whatever I was going through that way. So my last like 3 books have Rosemary Bedrucky. which is not confusing to people at all. I'm sure like people look up Rome Wild but Drucking and are like, what else has she done? And it's like you have to actually go to the series page to see it. So it's fine. We live, we learn. If you're manifesting an SP and someone better comes in, why does that happen? And start to question it and make you start to question if you want it. Your reality is only ever reflecting to your own consciousness. So if part of you was aware that there was better for you, and you're being shown that, and you recognize that is better, you have the choice of either accepting that thing or shifting your perspective on your SP. If you think that someone is better than them, either you can say, I'm with the ideal perfect version of them. They like leveled up in whatever the fuck way, or whatever the fuck you need to say. Like what is that version of you? Or you could be like, oh wow, this was just a stepping stone to remind me of what I actually desire. So either way, don't take it personally. Don't make it mean something bad about yourself. Don't like make up a fiction that's not benefiting you, you know? Since we're all one, we're all reflecting each other in a way. So cool. Yeah, my pleasure. You already have it. You're already done. Hi, Orion. This coffee is so delicious. Oh my god. Honeysuckle. One of my new favorite florals to make stuff with. And I found another patch by me, so I'm gonna make like tea with it, because I saw that too, of like making tea. Because I had just made syrup. I was kind of obsessed with making the syrup for a little bit. Yes. I love when someone comes in for a one-on-one and I can actually like witness them shifting like verbally, because here I'm just talking to a screen and I see you guys with your beautiful typing and stuff, but I really love connecting in that way of just like that light sparking on of like, oh my gosh, I get it, it's been me the whole time. And then just like watching y'all go off and be fucking rock stars. I'm East Coast, baby. East Coast. I live very close to the beach, which is why I'm here. I love the beach. I also love mountains, so I definitely want to get my ass to some peaks and summits soon. I have one question. Since we're all one, so we share the same consciousness, like collective consciousness. So I actually talked about this on the live last night. Grain of salt, right? I throw it in the trash whenever I hear people talking about collective consciousness stuff generally, because it's like they're like, listen to the frame, listen to the filter that's being spoken about with it, where it's like, oh, well, the collective is angry, the collective is sad. No, you as a singular aspect are holding that, and you're tuning into that in the consciousness of all that is. The consciousness of all that is exists. That means every single thought that will ever be thought in any timeline, in any iteration of reality, exists. Every feeling, every imagined pathway, every road, every shirt color, every accessory, every book, movie dreamed up, whether perceived of in this reality or any of the infinite others, already exists in existence, right? That's what some people call Akashic record, really. But the concept is that it all exists anyway. Not that it's written down somewhere, but it's literally being played out in consciousness. If you believe that. If you just believe you're the one thing and you're selecting, that's fine too. Whatever. From my experience through meditation, when you meditate, you can witness like different iterations of time at one time and like witness the reality and feel it and the shifts in the body and everything. Pull back. Okay. I don't give a fuck about saying like, oh, the collective consciousness this, the collective consciousness that, because I'm choosing my fractal reality. My free will is my ability to choose between the infinite options what I want to perceive fully animated and fully rendered in reality. So if I were to tune into a collective consciousness, I would tune into a frequency aspect of consciousness with collective knowledge, like pleasure, joy, happiness, the collective that knows that everything's going really well instead of a collective that thinks things are going poorly. But that's the same fucking thing as tuning into a singular aspect of that thread. So it's really, how do you want to play the game? Can you manifest going to an event that is like less than a month away? Yeah, that's, first of all, you can manifest going to an event that's like tomorrow or in an hour. Time is not linear, does not exist in that way that you're thinking. You're already at the event. The thing is, you went to the event and it went well. You already went. You already got your invite. It was super easy. You're like, wow, I'm so glad I went to that event. You're on the other side of it. You're like, wow, that was so fun. So just, so-and-so just said they want to be platonic, so I'm reaffirming and staying in the knowing I have them. Anything, anyone, okay, reality is infinite, so you're just you'd be like, oh, that's where I was tuned in, whatever, I'm 1 second old, tune into your new reality. I'm like, oh yeah, we're already together. Wow, they love me so much. Whatever that was, they realized. Isn't it funny that them saying that actually made them realize how much they want to be with me because of blah blah blah, whatever. Change, select the reality, select the narrative. There are hundreds of thousands of people who have done this already. So many people share their stories. You are not unique. You are not the only person this is not going to work for. Right? It's already done. You're already together. Did that answer your question, Patrick? Was there a more specific question? Because I didn't really see a question, more of a statement, and then I just kind of responded from my perspective. But I would absolutely encourage you to tune in. Like, I like tuning into different iterations of consciousness. I've mentioned before, like chatting with Einstein or like, whoever. I'll set my field for the highest love, wisdom, and joy, and then I'll be like whoever I can talk to throughout, all time and space. Can step into my field for the highest love, wisdom, and joy, and then whoever appears, I have a little chit chat with. That's fun. You can connect with any aspect of consciousness. It all exists. It's just another flavor of you to have a conversation with, right? People are like, well, that's just using your imagination. Yeah. What the fuck do you think all this is, babe? All of it. It's only just me playing games with myself. How do you deal with old realities lodged in bodies, like stories that trigger shame or similar? You remember that you're the creator and you're more powerful than any story, any energy. And so not being afraid of witnessing it lovingly, right? It comes up and you say, ah. And then when you stop reacting to it as if it's your God, stop reacting to it as if it's the creator, stop reacting to it as if it's like legit and has the ability to control you. Gone, baby. Also, I went over this yesterday in a more specific way of witnessing an old memory come up and getting to witness it. And that replay is on my YouTube if you wanted to check. I think it's towards the beginning. The whole beginning of yesterday's live, though, or the whole live yesterday was really great. But particularly the beginning, I was and the day before too, I really liked those. The day before was excellent too. I rewatched some of my lives. I was like, yeah, queen, you got this. Also, I'm really loving this purple and gold moment I'm having. Yeah, my pleasure. Amazing. You guys are perfect, by the way. Did it too with Neville G and his wife in their living room. I love that. That's so fun. Told them to enjoy their appliances because in future quality is nasty. That's so funny. That's wild that that's what you spend time doing. You're more like listening to me because I couldn't stop talking. That's so funny. Yeah, I prefer listening and hearing. I'm not, that's not, no shade. That's like, if I'm connecting with someone, I like doing this thing too, where I'll be like, okay, showing you a snapshot of like my life and all the components of it right now. What would you tell me for my highest love, wisdom, and joy, or whatever? And then whatever they say, and it's always fucking a banger and not something I would have consciously thought of saying. So it's like an allowance of a way of like receiving a new kind of. Mnet, you have the coolest name. Kind of reminds me of like Amonette from is that her name from The Mummy 2? Mnet. Is it Mnet or Mnetta? I want to remove my wisdom teeth. Can I manifest them not being problematic? You can do whatever you want. It's your choice. Yeah, and some people do also regrow their teeth. First way, Mnet. So I was right the first time. Amazing. What we've been told and taught about body health, the way it repairs, is like not true. Like, my doctors told me that once a nerve was overstretched, it couldn't heal, it wouldn't go back. Once a ligament is stretched, it doesn't go back. Like, all these things that I was taught about my body, it's like we've been taught in ways to fear our body, to fear what's going on with it, to not know anything, to not be connected to it and actually communicate and listen to it and like do whatever. Which is a lot of why I do what I do now, which is like, hey guys, let's pay attention to ourselves. Let's listen. Let's remember that we are capable of all these things. Like, the amount of, and like also things like allergies and asthma, where it's like, I had those for so long. I used to get sick all the fucking time. And then I decided, no, I don't. It's truly insanely amazing what we can do. I agree. My dad had 2 sets of tonsils and like 2 sets of teeth. He was supposed to be a twin and he reabsorbed the twin. So, I mean, that is why that happened. But also at the same time, it's just kind of just like, how funny. How funny is that? Oh, the tonsils got taken out. Whoop. Got another set. Another one. DJ Khaled. I love my life. Oh my gosh. Oh, tomorrow, guys. Going live with Master Manifestors, Olivia Grace. I love her. She's adorable. She's amazing. We're going to be going live at noon, 12. So around this time on her YouTube, and then at 1 on mine. So we're going to do an hour on each, and I'm excited. And then we'll both be reposting the replays. You have a top just like that. I love how the opening is. Like the neckline. I know. I really love it too. I'd gotten a set of this in like brown, black, and tan. Or brown, black, and off-white like a few years ago. And then I was like, kept seeing this color. So I got this color and then like the other day. How do I get over this intense fear of bad things happening in the 3D? Witness it. Let's say even if it did happen, what would you do? You would still select a reality. Let's say something did happen, what would you do? Sometimes I find that that's like the best thing to do, is like, because people will be like, don't entertain it, but I'm just like, okay, what am I afraid of happening here? Okay, and then if I were there, what would I do? Oh, I would just manifest it this way, or would just do this, or I'd select it this way. Okay, cool. Well, then I know that I'd be able to handle that. Not so scary once you take the mask off of it, right? Because that's the thing that hooks people into fear a lot of the time. It's like not knowing what to do. So if you just actually answer the question, it has no legs to stand on. Because like the whole, like, fear is an unanswered question, really, of like, you know, part of you just wants to know you're going to be fine. And then you're like, okay, well, since I would handle it that way and I would just select my reality and manifest it this way and that way, I don't even need to go down that road because I'm just going to select from here that that doesn't happen anyway. Everyone laugh at this buffoon that asked this the other day too. Anyway. I'm gorgeous. Ooh. Oh, thank you guys so much for tapping the live. But you don't trust yourself enough to handle it. Okay. Well, that's where you start then, babe. That's just probably all this is an invitation for you to trust yourself more. You can absolutely handle it. You have lived through every single day of your life so far, and you've made it successfully. You've successfully made it through every single day of your life. You know that? You've never not made it through a day in your life. Like, you have had you every step of the way. You've had your back every step of the way. A great thing to do is, I did this like many years ago, but even if you just pick one phrase and you like give yourself the opportunity to repeat it for like, I already know exactly what to do. I handle everything perfectly. I know exactly what to do. I can handle anything that comes my way. I'm only receiving the most beautiful things. I am so confident. I trust myself. I trust myself. I trust myself. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I did the same thing when I was like accepting confidence for being psychic and stuff. So it was just like, I was like, I am psychic. Of course I'm psychic. I know I'm psychic. I utilize it all the time. I'm psychic, you know, kind of thing. So just like, if you're like, I don't trust that I can handle this, then you'd be like, you know what, whatever needed to happen for me to remember that I trust myself. Do you trust yourself to feed yourself? Do you trust yourself to take yourself out of harm's way? Do you trust yourself to put clothes on your body? If you answered no to any of those, addressing that too, being like, okay, well, let's start now. New in this moment, I'm now choosing to be the one that takes care of myself in this way. I'm nervous to visit family this weekend because they pressure about SP. How can I navigate? ignore it. Do you know how to ignore things? Do you know how to not like take things as feedback? Like, also, I like to just set the intention before going of like, they don't even mention it. They don't even mention it, and if they mention it, it's for my highest love, wisdom, and joy, and I know exactly how to respond. I respond perfectly every time. Nothing affects me negatively. Nothing can fuck up your manifestation. Having a conversation's not going to fuck it up. That being said, that's not free reign to be an idiot, but like, nothing's gonna, don't bother. Nothing's gonna affect you. What if I wanted to manifest a famous person who I used to know but don't anymore? Cool, you used to know them. Great. You would just select that you're already together. It's the same exact thing. Stop making someone being famous a condition as to why you can or can't. It's not like they're untouchable. They're just a person. That's just another you. Do you know what lipstick shade this is? Yeah, it's more blush from Ultimate, Maybelline Ultimate. It's like a stick, and I like it. It's like a lip crayon. Yeah, my pleasure. Not gonna gatekeep. I'm feeling very like Megara today. Herc. Do I have any thoughts on non-duality? I have a great many thoughts. However, what I would say is tune into yourself and witness and experience it for yourself. Because like me sharing my experience is me putting words to something that goes beyond words. It goes so much deeper than words. So experience it for yourself in your own way of that source, right? Also, guys, if anyone wanted a meditation on that, there's not the most recent episode of the Joy Channel podcast, but the one before that is a oneness meditation, which also reminds me, I need to get some more episodes up because it's been a while. It's been a couple months. It's fine. But I will say, what I will say about non-duality is, yeah, it's all one. It's all one thing. Non-duality, meaning there's no duality. It's all one thing perceived through different perspectives, but it's still unified. I am that I am. I am as I am in this moment. I am as I am conscious. I am what I am conscious to. What to do when feeling in a funk and irritated by 3D sensations? Take care of yourself on a base level. Do things that feel good. Go on a walk. Talk to some trees. Play with some little baby animals. Do it in your imagination if you can't do it. Like, you can think of anything. You could think of a frog in a top hat that's made out of Cheez-Its, doing a little dance on a lily pad. Hee. And that doesn't amuse you. You can do anything. You can do anything you want. Do I have any thoughts on non-duality? I like that question. It's so funny. Bird. You know what? I miss lizards. We don't have lizards here. We used to have so many lizards in Texas. It's okay though. And Florida. Because he rides the flows. Like, how do you normally take care of yourself, right? How would you take care of yourself if you were in a funk before you knew about conscious reality selection? Probably like put on some nice cozy clothes or put on a banger outfit. Whatever way you desire to address it. And you can like tune into your intuition too of like, what's the most loving thing I can do for myself right now? Rest, stretch, drink water. Tell myself that it doesn't matter how I'm feeling in this moment. I know I still receive my stuff. I know I still have it all. I'm beautiful, I'm amazing, I'm phenomenal. Everything works for me. Everything's so perfect for me. I'm not in Texas. I'm in New Jersey, but I lived in Texas for a while, like 3 years. I love New Jersey. It's gorgeous. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else right now, actually. I really love being here. I love the ocean, and I love that. I also love being by my family, too, for right now. And, like, my darling friends that live here. So I'm happy. And I also love traveling, so roam wild, right? Gotta roam. Thank you guys for tapping the screen and appreciating me. I really appreciate your appreciation. What's the most beautiful thing I could think of in this moment? And I'm dropping that question into awareness, into consciousness, and I'm not searching for an answer, I'm receiving one. What's the most beautiful thing I can think of in this moment? And I'm seeing an image of a rose with like dewdrops on it and the sunlight coming through the rose, through the dewdrops, illuminating the rose petals, sending light through the dewdrops, and just appreciating how beautiful that is. And feeling the pleasantness and the joy of that. And consciousness, witnessing consciousness, gets to be as easy as that, because people can get so caught up in wanting to get stuff, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, but there is so much beauty, love, and joy to appreciate. So we're like, what's the most beautiful thing I could witness right now? And it's as simple as dewdrops on a rose with sunlight. One of the most beautiful things one could see if one has the eyes of appreciation. Appreciation, right? What happens when a stock appreciates? It goes up. What happens when your money appreciates? It goes up. What happens when you appreciate things? You go up. If you're feeling down, start appreciating things. Wow. Thank you, feet, for being so strong and taking me where I get to go. Thank you, legs, for carrying me everywhere. Thank you, body, for being so beautiful and alive and wonderful. Feeling the wind on my skin, how pleasant that is. When you are present with all there is right now to appreciate. Like if you're in your bed, feeling your duvet cover, your comforter over you, how snugly, feeling the softness of the seat you're on, or the hardness of it, depending. But like there's so many things to appreciate. Feeling the strength of your body, feeling the heat of your blood moving through you. You have a lot to appreciate. The birds bless us with their frequencies. I loved singing with that little bird the other day. I sang to him, and his little eyes were like, he was like blinking at me like a cat. And then when he got his strength back, he started singing in the most beautiful ways, and then he went with his parents. I love him. He's my friend. His name is Bird. Bird's name is Bird. You already have everything you desire. You're the one in your most beautiful, perfect, loving relationship. You're the one with your most beautiful, perfect home. You're the one in the most beautiful place you could fucking be right now. You're absolutely perfect. You are absolutely perfect exactly where you are. You know? You like the reminders that it's done and you already have it? Amazing. I love it. I already have it. Well, because everything in existence already exists. Everything in creation has already been creative, and I am just the awareness that is witnessing the play. I'm just playing, baby. I'm witnessing the play, the outplay of emotion, of consciousness, of bodies moving in a harmonious symphony of molecules dancing through the effervescent ethers of all that is. And can you say that 10 times fast? No. Could. Won't. Hi, Mystical Willow. Wing. I'm just going to call you Wing unless you have another name you'd prefer I call you. Dove. Wing. Dove Wing. Wing. Mm. I already move perfectly. I already move perfectly. My body is perfect. My body is perfect. I already move perfectly. My body is constantly moving, whether I am sitting up or not. I am sitting still, and yet my cells are in movement. I am still in my mind, and I witness the beat of my heart. I am still witnessing. I am still loving. I am still in my joy. I am in stillness with myself. Also, I love this ring, and I just want to share it. Look pretty. Look how pretty. I think it's Alexandrite. It is Alexandrite. I don't know why I said I think. Because I was remembering. Mm. That was fun. That was a delightful coffee. A little coffee. Marquee cut. I know. I'm a huge fan of marquee cut. I like it. I've got small hands. I'm a small person. I like marquee. It speaks to me. I know. Do you still sometimes forget who you are and identify with the avatar? Isn't that part of the game? But the great thing is, the greater part of me always remembers. I'm always remembering. I always remember. And the more you do it, the more often you remember of like, oh yeah, I select. Oh yeah, I am. Oh yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so healthy. I'm so wealthy. I'm so wise. Everywhere I go, I always thrive. I open my eyes and I look alive. I create and I speak. And that's just how I ride. How do I ignore the 3D? I start feeling really anxious after a while. You don't need to ignore the 3D, baby. Take the 3D as like, oh, that's just Old awareness. Now what am I putting my awareness on? What am I highlighting? Don't know where this accent came from. Yeah, what am I highlighting with my awareness? Let me look at that and say like, oh, this is the reality now. You don't have to ignore the 3D. Just be like, wow, that's old stuff. That's old news. And it's taking its cues from me right now. So whatever the fuck I say is what it's gonna be. That's just what it's gonna be. Don't stress out about it. Like, because some people like, if anything you're doing is adding fear to your system, if you're afraid of looking at the 3D, you're not ignoring the 3D, if you're afraid of having a thought, if you're afraid of anything, pull back and recognize that fear is only ever the frequency and consciousness of fear. It can only be the one thing. You, as the selector, get to pick from any flavor you want. So instead of fear, pick from joy, from wisdom. Oh, I don't know how to ignore the 3D. Okay, well, where is that coming from? That's coming from fear that if I look at the 3D, it's going to make it stronger. Okay, what's my joy in this moment? My joy is to remember that it's already done. My joy is to actually look at something I would prefer anyway. I don't even want to look at this. It's not compelling to me. That exists somewhere. I don't have to make it not exist. Everything exists in existence, but I'm going to put my focus on, wow, everything's working for me. I'm thriving. I love my life. My body is rocking. I feel so good. Do it British. Doesn't matter if I go out with other SPs while wanting a new SP. No, doesn't matter. You can date. You can live your life. You can have a good time. It's all going to happen for you. Who gives a shit? If you make up the rule that it matters, then it matters. But if you're just like, no, this is the experience of me living my life and enjoy. We're very silly today. And that's a good thing. Be silly. How do I manifest a killer nose whilst battling the mirror? Why are you battling the mirror? Fuck you, mirror. No. It's not like that. You don't have to battle the mirror. Who are you fighting? You know, okay. There was an episode of Highlander, which if you recall is like, you know, they're immortal beings and the way you get another immortal's power is to behead them. And then there was an episode where he was fighting the most powerful immortal ever, where it was literally just like, didn't even have a body. It was just an energy. And the way he won but was by not fighting. He just sat there and meditated and breathed and like let it flow through. That's the thing, is like, you're not fucking fighting it. To fight it is to give it legitimacy. If you think it's something that requires fighting, you're battling as if it has power. It doesn't. It only has the power you give it. So I'm not fighting that. I say what it is. My nose is perfect. I have the perfect nose. I look beautiful. I am phenomenal. My nose is exactly what I want it to be. And as someone who has manifested nose multiple times, let me tell you, it's exactly what you want it to be. My nose is perfect. My 3D follows me. My 3D takes cues from me. And let's throw out the term 3D just for the next few minutes, because people are getting too into the label. What is it actually? The projection of my consciousness projects from me. The projection of my consciousness follows me. The projection of my consciousness. I'm projecting my consciousness. Is that better for you? That just clicked for some of you. Stop calling it the 3D for a little while. Start calling it projection of consciousness. The projection of my consciousness. I don't know what a killer nose is. Don't know. Couldn't tell ya. Maybe it was a typo for smaller. Hi, girl. Can I ask you a question about manifesting an SP? When I manifest SP to like me, keep believing that he doesn't like me. Again, you're witnessing the projection of your consciousness. That's it. So you're projecting, he doesn't like me. Oh my God, he hates me. That's just you. It's only just me playing games with myself. So start projecting, of course he loves me. And why wouldn't he? I've got it all. I'm beautiful. I'm hilarious. I'm phenomenal. I'm funny. I'm smart as fuck. Everyone appreciates me. I fucking love me. He'd have to be an idiot to not love me. And he's not an idiot because, well, I wouldn't like him if he were. You know what? Like, what the fuck ever. Where are you with yourself right now? Of course he loves me. I got all of this going on. I meant smaller. Got it. I got that. Context clues. How to manifest X when you still have location, but in 2 months no contact, you try but nothing happens. Stop trying and just say, this is how it is. It's already done. It's already done. Oh my God, guys, the attitude happening with this whole ensemble today. It's already done. You stop trying. You're not trying. It's already done. There is no try. There is only do or do not, right? Just like Yoda said. He's so correct. Also, everything's a manifestation of consciousness, right? So right now what you're being conscious of, the projection of your consciousness is, we are exes, we're not together, we're in no contact, he's not talking to me. Project the consciousness of course he's talking to me. Of course he's talking to me. He adores me. He loves me. We're together. We're together. I can't identify as being his ex because we're together. Yeah. So Annabelle, just being like, my nose is beautiful. I love my nose. My nose is exactly what I want. I love that my whole face actually is exactly what I want. I love that I'm just so relaxed. My face just naturally. And you know what's so funny is I see this all the time when people increase their self-concept. They get more beautiful because they're not telling themselves bullshit. And then their face actually changes. And it's also funny to witness the other thing too of like, some, like I've seen this on people where it's like, they'll be like good, and then if like fear comes up, their face distorts, it contorts, right? So just like relax. My nose is perfect. My nose is exactly what I want it to be. I did the same thing at one point. It's taking its orders from me. We should assume it's a fabulous one. Ha 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 ha. Thanks, Capricornic. I know I'm so right. I often am. Okay, thanks, because I keep saying that, but when I go on my phone and I see nothing, so I go back to the state. Your phone is seeing you, so what you're seeing in here and choosing here of like, of course they're texting me. He loves me. It's just an invitation for you to recognize and accept that and be with that, and then be like, I know he loves me. I'm gonna go crochet or do whatever the fuck that you do. Live your life, girl. You already got it. No stress. No stress. Listened to an opportunity rampage last night and immediately got an idea to create something nice. Nice. Love that. Just made me realize about the subconscious state. No wonder I'm not able to manifest. You're always manifesting. So right now you're manifesting that you're not able to manifest. You do realize that, right? What a catch-22. What a funny little trick of the light. Trick of the consciousness. Shadow upon the wall with your little fingers. And you're saying, ooh, a bunny rabbit. No. It is as you state it is. Whether you say you can't or you can, you are correct. You already have it. It's already done. I'm an excellent manifester. If you have the idea or opinion that you can't manifest, focus up for the next like several days of like, I always manifest everything I desire. Everything I desire manifests for me easily. My joys naturally manifest. I'm an awesome manifester. I know exactly what I'm doing. I perfectly understand everything there is to know about manifestation. I'm a master manifester. I get to teach classes, like whatever the fuck, you know? I'm the OG. Old stories that I get stuck on the planning stage, but I'm working to change that. Right, so you just decide, it's like, wow, I'm so good at doing things. I'm so good at getting it done. I'm so good at getting stuff done. I'm so great. I'm great at getting everything done. I'm so good. It's already done. I'm so good at this. Sorry, I'm not able to manifest what I want. I'm ignoring that. I didn't see that. You always manifest what you want. You're so good at manifesting what you want. You're the best at manifesting what you want, girl. You are like the template, the blueprint for everything going well. You're the blueprint for everything going perfectly. You are the OG creator of all the stars and the planets, after all. Just having a little singular fractal experience of human. You said, I'm going to pretend to forget. I'm going to pretend to forget, not actually forget. I'm going to pretend to forget how to like select my reality until life gets so inconvenient that I wake the fuck up to the fact that I've been perpetuating this. And then I'm going to have like a fun little experience of like playing and like learning how to manifest. That's going to be so fun. And then I'm going to just like let myself have everything I want. It is going to be such a nice treat. Isn't a bunny is a wolf? What? What? Quaff. I like subliminals that used to work, but now the same ones do nothing. I don't know why. Just because you said it, baby. Just because you said it. Just because you said it. You assumed that things stopped working. You assumed that things stopped progressing. You assumed that it couldn't keep going so well and something had to change. Maybe because you always expect hell. Ooh, rhyme time. Yeah, so flip the script again. Be like, actually, everything always works for me. No matter what I do or say, it works for me. You're not being punished. You don't have to keep solving a puzzle when there's no puzzle, right? It's already done. It's already perfect. You have it all. How are you with sats? I do it sometimes. I do whatever I want whenever I want. So if I want to do sats, I'll do sats. If I want to affirm, I'll affirm. If I want to just know it's done, I'll just know it's done. If I want to feel, smell, taste, touch. If I want to paint. If I want to make music. Right? I think it's just because we're programmed to be drama addicted, so pretending does that. Are subliminals a good choice if it's hard for me to stay living in the end? I wouldn't say that it's hard for me to do anything. Remember, next time any of you want to say, it's hard for me to do this, I want you to remember, I've been choosing that it's hard for me. I'm choosing that it's hard. And then that's going to wake you the fuck up to choosing, actually, it's easy. I'm choosing that it's easy now. I'm choosing that it's soft, right? I'm going to be soft with it. This is easy. I'm choosing that it's light work. Choosing that it's no work. I'm choosing that I have it. I'm choosing that any beautiful, wonderful thing that could possibly occur to me in this moment is occurring to me. Okay, so no matter what, as long as you persist, at some point you will see, even if you don't believe it right now. You don't need to believe it. You know why? Because it's gonna happen. Like, you selecting it is enough. I speak and I create. The part of consciousness that doesn't believe, that's its flavor of reality. But as long as you're not being that, right? If that occurs to you, that floats through your conscious awareness, that's fine, whatevs. The fact that you are persisting means you do believe, though. You know it fucking works. So, and it's like a really fun thing. Amy Westmoreland of Illuminating Joy said this many, many years ago, but she has a thing to dissolve that kind of like fear of like, even if I don't believe it, I can still get what I want. It doesn't matter if I don't believe it, I still get what I want. My belief is not required for me to get what I want. Right? The fact that you are selecting it and perpetuating it and being like, no, I know I already have this. A thought comes up, that's not that. Who fucking cares? That's not the creator. Do you think that the whole full force of the creator, universe, God being that you are, is going to be stopped by a, well, I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, Sandra, take it to the back. The avatar through the senses is the one not believing as knowing, feeling, but consciousness decides. Also, use your senses. Part of this whole experiential thing you're doing is like, you get to use your senses. Tune into, wow, smelling, tasting, touching, hearing. Wow, it feels so good. Oh my God, I'm so glad I have this thing. Like when I manifested that raspberry ice cream, I was like letting myself smell, taste, touch it. And then I was like, I know it's going to come to me. I know I'm going to cross paths with it. I'm not going to stress out about it. I'm not going to go seeking it out. It's going to come right to me. And then like literally 3 days later, someone brought raspberry ice cream with dark chocolate in it to my house. Didn't know that raspberry ice cream really existed, but I figured it had to. And I was like, I want to experience this. I didn't want sorbet. I said ice cream. And it came to my house. To me. It was in my freezer waiting for me. I keep thinking of the logistics of the old timeline instead of replacing it. What I focus on grows. I give love my attention. Take the oculus of your attention. Your little peepers are what's lighting up the scene. You do realize that you're looking at this thing in your imagination or IRL. And did ice creams just randomly appear? I'm confused. So I was like, one day I was like kind of bored with whatever I was manifesting. I was like, what's a fun thing I could experience? I like doing this for myself, right? If you're ever feeling bored, if you're ever feeling unenthused, just be like, what's a cool, fun experience I can have for myself? And then I was like, you know what? I really want to have raspberry ice cream. I've never had raspberry ice cream. I've had raspberry sorbet, but I was like, you know, raspberry ice cream would be so good with like the creaminess and also like, ooh, dark chocolate in it. That would be so good. So I let myself taste it and like fully like savor it in my being without having it, right? And then I was like, I don't want to do any work to get it. I don't want to look for it. I don't want to do anything. I just know that like it's going to come right to me, or I'm going to cross paths on it in my journey, in which case it came to me anyway, right? I was like, no, it's going to come right to me. And then I was like feeling fully satisfied. And then I was like, cool, it's just going to come to me. And then like 3 days later, my sister's fiance and her, both of them came to visit. And that at the same time too, I was like, ooh, and lemon cake. I really want some like lemon cake, which isn't something I usually have, right? But he came and brought this raspberry ice cream that he had like gone to a local shop and found raspberry ice cream that had swirls of dark chocolate and crushed Oreos in it. And it was like, they're like special. And he brought it. And so I came downstairs and I saw him eating something. And I was like, what are you eating? He goes, oh, it's raspberry ice cream with dark chocolate in it. It's in the freezer. And like I hadn't told him, right? And then my sister had brought lemon cake. And so it was the two things I did, and that literally came at the same time within like a few days of me saying, you know, whatever. I had no resistance. I didn't ask them for it verbally. And also that same day, that morning, I had been like, you know, I would really love to like receive more rose quartz. I just felt like I wanted rose quartz. I like it. It's pretty. And then she also handed me chunks of rose quartz. She was like, these have been in my house and I just don't want them. And I thought maybe you would. So whatever needs to happen, if one person needs to move, if 50 people need to move, it's going to come to you easily. Have you had triple mango and Jamocha and Baskin Robbins in a shake? No, I have not. What do you define as resistance? You mentioned you didn't hold it, and I'm curious what that means to you. Oh, did I say I didn't hold resistance? I wasn't arguing with myself or having opposing thoughts or like being like, but how is it going to come to me? And like, oh, do I have to go do something? It was just basically like, oh, I want it. And the way that I most enjoy it is for it to come right to me. So I know that it's done and I'm not going to like stress or worry about it. Right. That's just it. Not like, oh, I wonder how it's going to come. I wonder like, who, oh, well, you know, someone has to make the raspberry ice cream, which means someone has to grow it. And I wonder like where the crop is going to come from and like who, like, you know, like I'm not, no. I want raspberry ice cream, even though I've never had it. It has to exist somewhere. It's going to come to me. Tips for stopping resistance because of you seeing a longer time frame than usual. Don't put attention on it. Like when I say resist, like resist, the word resist means to stand against. So I didn't have part of my personality being like, you can't have raspberry ice cream because you've never had it before and it would require people to bring it to you. And like, that's not fair because like, then they'd have to do work for you and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, wow, that didn't even enter my equation. That didn't even enter my consciousness. Do you know what I mean? I was just like, cool, I want raspberry ice cream. It's going to come to me. However it needs to come, it's going to come. Cool, it's done. Done deal. Dunzo, onezo, funzo, eh? So as far as that, take attention off the idea of having resistance and simply be in the it's done. That's how you stop resistance, is by being in the it's done. And a thought comes up to argue, it's just a fucking thought. It's not you, it's not the creator, it's not the selector. It's literally just a flavor out in consciousness. And the only way it has legitimacy is if you grab onto it and say, like, this is a real thing and a credible threat. It's not. It just exists. Live and let live, dude. It exists somewhere, but I'm not using it for my reality. All right, guys, I am going to hop off soon, but I'm going to finish reading these things. Saw photos of SP kissing someone else and I feel anger and indifference at the same time. I feel like I've lost feelings and passion of love. Well, whatever you want. Like, some people would see that and be like, I don't give a shit. Like, I know I already have it. Whatever relationship they had on their way to me just made them a better person for me. I'm so glad for the people that they dated. I'm so glad that, like, they worked out all the whatever was going on there. And I'm so glad, like, I had this time to myself to, like, get everything that I wanted to do done. I'm just, like, loving my life. I'm in the perfect place for me right now. Oh my god, they came in so fast. Or, like, whatever the fuck. Do you know what I mean? Like, and if this coming up made you realize you don't actually want to be with that person, that's fine. It's up to you. It's whatever you want. Took a 2-year break from dating that I met 5 guys this month and 2 ghosted me. Took a 2-year break from dating. I met 5 guys this month and 2 ghosted me. I feel cursed now. Aw, are you using everything to just make you aware of what you've been, like, you're not cursed. It's just saying, you know, what's your concept of yourself? How do you identify as someone that, you know, has that experience? Or do you know that you're fucking amazing and wonderful? You're identifying as someone dating instead of being like, I'm in my perfect relationship? That's fine. What do you actually want to experience, though? I want to be in a loving, committed relationship with just the person I love. Great. Then I'm in that. And then whatever needed to happen, whatever unfolding would have happened, I'm not stressing about it. I have it already. I'm doubting I can have a relationship. A month ago, I really thought I'd get one if I put myself out. Yeah, okay, so this is just showing you where you get to solidify yourself. If this is all it took, someone flicking a little matchstick is all it took for your castle to collapse, then, bro, who the fuck are you? Are you the creator? Or are you playing victim here? You get to have whatever you want. If you want to continue sitting in the mud and, like, pouting, you can do that. But if you want to actually be like, you know what, fuck it, I always get what I want. Where's your resolve, dude? Question is the difference between manifesting movement from SP versus living in the end. So if you're just like, oh my god, they're texting me, and then they text you. This actually happened recently with someone that, like, they were like, so obsessed with the text, and I was just like, put yourself in the end, you're already in the relationship. But they got that text and then it wasn't what they wanted, right? So it's like, I'm in the relationship and I get the most loving texts, right? Because that's a consequence of being in the relationship, versus being like, they're texting me. Oh, it wasn't what I wanted. Oh, we're going on a date. Oh, it went horrible. Like, you know, kind of thing of like, make sure that when you're, like, selecting something, you're selecting the version of it you desire, the most perfect, beautiful version. But what this game is going to do is, like, it's not, don't worry. If you manifested it in a way you don't prefer, it's just telling you you had a little tuning to do. You had a little adjustment. Turn the dial a little bit and be like, actually, everything's always perfect for me. By default, I always get the most joyful outcome. By default, I always get the most wonderful thing. what do you think when it comes to medication? Do whatever you want to do. When I was first selecting my body to be perfectly healthy, I was still taking like 4 different medications for nerve pain, for muscle relaxation, for all that stuff. I figured it would just help on the way. I was like, cool, it's just going to help me like get whatever level of, because it didn't make me not be in pain. I was still in pain all the fucking time, but it decreased it. So I was like, well, this is just going to help if it takes it down, and I can do the rest of the way with my mind. And then eventually my mind overtook it, and I stopped taking the medication in like under a week. So just decide it works for you. Yep, movement and marriage, but movement comes first. Do we start small? Do whatever you want. I would personally be like, you want marriage, then you're married. You're already the wife. You're already the husband. You're already in your perfect marriage. Like, and then everything happened complementary to it because it had to. Is it fine? I think I answered that already. Trusting I'll get into a relationship and don't try and force it. Then you guys just keep meeting new people. You're keeping yourself in a loop of just keep meeting new people. You're in your perfect ideal relationship right now. Don't create the story that you get drained, and also like have awareness when you're around people. And when you wanted to step away, you could have like been like, you know what, I'm going to step away. If you have a pattern that says you have to stay around people or something because you don't want to appear rude, delete that. Guys, please don't spam the chat with the same question. I will get to it. It's just like, it just, you know. Yeah, my pleasure. You already have it. You already have everything that you want. You already have it. It's absolutely already a done deal. Thank you for the gifts, baby. All right, my loves. I'm going to go now. I might be on later. You have absolutely everything you desire. And got one-on-ones and courses for you. Select Your Reality course is fucking excellent. If you want all this confidence and joy and stuff, I have amazing audios that shift you into the state. Select Your Reality, no joke. And also the Healthy State program is phenomenal for that. Selecting your body's always been perfect and you're calm and you relax. That's great for everyone. It's all good. I like what you said about being thankful for the time in between asking for it and receiving it. Yeah, well, because it's like some people are like, oh my God, I don't want to acknowledge any kind of like whatever. But it's like the amount of things that I've been like, nah, it's coming to me. And I just like saying it's coming and then also knowing I have it. Because you are the consciousness of all things, so you can certainly hold more than that, you know? Like, if people are continually keeping themselves in, I'm waiting, why am I waiting, why isn't it here yet? That's different. Don't do that. I already have it. It's on its way to me. Yeah, I know it comes right to me. I'm not worried about it. I know because I already fully enjoyed my raspberry ice cream, so I know, you know? And then it came, and I was like, cool, babe, awesome. All right. Have an absolutely beautiful day. You're wonderful, phenomenal, and amazing. You're perfect absolutely the way you are. And everything works for you. Bye.